Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wildermyth, where we have put down the incursion and now we're just gonna go build a bunch more passes through these mountains. I wanna make these things absolutely traversable from any direction to anywhere. All kinds of calamities. Horn children. Interesting. Watchmen do extra damage is not necessarily such a big deal. I'm not gonna cancel any of this stuff. I feel like we're better off using our legacy points to build better gear. Just overcome their advantages through that. Alright, so we got ourselves a battle at the farm water wheel. It is a spooky night. And also soundscape. It is a spooky soundscape. It's like in Hypnospace Outlaw when you turn on the creepy one and you just keep letting it run. See, they know what I'm talking about. This is recognition on his face right here. You feeling the tension? Every branch is a bone or a brass limb. Don't know why I'm so skittish. How about you? Zinmir's card says he's a coward, right? I'll tell you the truth. I'm this close to dropping my weapons and dashing out of here. Don't worry, I get it. Let's just focus on surviving this one. Yeah, I'm good with that, sure. Zinmir and Galadglin gained temporary armor and warding. Okay, they are focusing on survival. That makes sense. Alright, so the shape of the map is pretty straightforward here. Okay, I'm assuming we can just walk right up to the gate right there. They're probably not going to throw it open and ambush us or anything. So is Sinetta able to open the... Okay, good. Wanted to be able to open the door without moving, obviously. Can we get... I can get in here and hit him from this side. You know, if we're trying to set up a flanking shot, it's probably best we just have Ullus move up and catch him from behind with something. Let's see. So we got some Bone Lance, Shackle, nothing made of stone, sadly. What I would really like to do is a discus here. I guess we'll go for the Bone Lance. Yeah, and since it fires from the center of the piece, we can't... I was kind of hoping I could, like, angle it from here this way through there. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do this so as to set up for Sinetta. Well... I mean, it does set up for Sinetta. I'll give it that. Here, Zinmir, it's pretty hard. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, also, Red, I keep forgetting. I have to manually employ the arm. We do, though. We do want to employ the arm. So it does also have less range. Wow. Okay, then. That went fairly smoothly. Aw. Do believe we are 1 XP short of a level up. Well... Who wants a backup bow? I guess I'm going to give it to Zinmir. Because at range, Galadglin should be forcing... Or should be... what do you call it? Engaging. He should be forcing engagement with enemies anyway, right? I do think we'll just give you a better... Is this a better shield? No, this is the same shield. I'm going to salvage it to an ingot. Sorry, that's... Why would I reconsider? I know what I'm doing. Monsters gaining armor is definitely like one of the few things I'm really concerned about. Let's find ourselves an item here. And I may have to cut today's episode short just because time stuff came up a little bit. So I think probably what we'll do is we'll just clear chapter 1. And then we'll call it there for the day. So, plus 0.7 health. I do feel like we probably ought to give that to stand in front of everybody and get punched guy. And we will absolutely carve a pass up to here and then another pass down through there. We are going to get all of the roots. Yeah, it shouldn't be enough time for another incursion to fire. I think it will be potentially enough time, depending on how long the carving over here takes. I think it will be enough time for the next calamity to hit, but we'll just deal with it. All right, 71 days. And we have lots of legacy points. I could cancel at least part of it. So, like I'm saying, extra armor is a thing I'm fairly concerned about. Our attacks never do like a huge amount of damage, right? So any flat damage reduction feels like a real pain. Okay, I think we are as prepared as we are getting for next chapter. So let us go forth and encounter some kind of fool. Stormy Levels has been revealed. That's a weird name for a dungeon, I guess. They seem to have the place surrounded. And they're not exactly being subtle about it. I can hear their noise from here. What do you think they're so agitated about? Well, it's a forge. They're probably on the prowl for spare parts or something and just hit a jackpot. Whatever it is, if they're excited about it, I'm not. Yeah, I think that's probably a fair rule to go by when the enemies look like this. So when it comes to the actual approach... they surround the forge, so we surround them. I kind of like stick together. Then again, it is easier to do flanking attacks if you're surrounding the enemy. Alright, Zinmir, you're a tactical genius. We'll do your plan. We'll split up and attack from different angles. The more hits we can get when they're off their guard, the better. Right, I'll set up a nice flashy one just for you. That word has a different meaning, sort of a different connotation when you have an arm that is made of lightning. Alright, so we get some Grey Plane and bonus damage on all of our flanks, and yeah, there's a few enemies here. Noisy as an anvil tossed down a stairwell, the Batchbee rolls smoothly back to its feet at each stumble. It's like a Weeble. Okay, so it's pretty large. I mean, it's like a pretty large thing, is the thing. Please have your hammer ready. This is a hammer-type situation. Let's see, you're way down here, and Galadglin is all the way over there. Well, I don't actually think this is a very good situation. I don't think you are separated from these enemies in a useful way. I guess I'm not going to engage. Yeah, we'll just do Guardian, because we don't actually know what they're going to do, right? They're not necessarily going to move toward us. They don't know where we are. I could give you the discus. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, a pretty solid start. I think we will not reveal you just yet. Wow. Well, all right then, Zinmir. Message received. Alright, that's pretty good. Wow, our stunt chance is, I don't think it's particularly high. I think this is probably just a real weird run of good luck. Not that I'm complaining, obviously. Am I going to be able to discus you? No, I am not. We could... So I can't pull fire out of that. Do I get... Okay, we get Wild Grasp from this. That's not too bad. And if this doesn't work and it runs over to hit me, then I will discus it then. Alright, well apparently we're just leaving Ullus to fight everything by herself. This is not exactly how I thought splitting up was going to go. Oh. Opening that door has triggered a thing. Got some unexpected guests. So this is the one that said run before, right? We don't... This might be a friendly Morthagi. It seems to be fighting the others. It's a little hard to tell what's going on with the papercraft graphics and everything. It did in fact tell us to run. Okay, and Gramar's having kind of a tough go about it. Hey, I can fight, but one mace isn't going to take these down. Get in here and help me. All right. I'm on it. So we discovered like a little scene. I wonder if I could have missed this by just not going inside. That's really interesting. So close. We're so close to range. I am actually just going to kill this one, I think. And that may well lead to me eating an attack from the Guardian. Or the Watchman, rather. Alright, what is your deal? Gramar, Sleetvi, you are... Okay. You are gray-planed here to start the fight. I think we're going to just leave you gray-planed for the moment. You may as well come up and wall for him at least. Is there another... Okay. My brilliant plan of running around here is fine, I guess. There's a door on the wall I just ran past. I'm just realizing now. Didn't see it until after I'd already hit the move button. Yeah, Jesus. Ooh. That's pretty effective. Well, the good news is Zinmir can just move up here. I think we're going to have Gramar step in and attack first. And now that that's done, would you be able to kill him? Yeah. Because we want to have Zinmir go at whoever's got the most health, right? He tends to get the job done. Oh, that's right. He had moved already. I just removed him. Oh, whatever. At this point, Galadglin's job is to come over here and help Ullus out a little. All right, all this setting me on fire nonsense is starting to get a little bit old. Oh, bummer. Well, I am going to just engage it. You are going to come over here and fight me. Except it's not, right? Because I am pinning it in place. Alright, I need to step out of the flame for a moment. Boy, that guy has very, very little movement. Alright, easy enough. I'm just going to run over there and hit him. No, I am not. I do not quite have the range. Well, no, it says this should be functional, right? There you go. How dare you touch my beautiful Galadglin. Alright, got bonus stunt chance. I think we're going to go for Sinetta on that one. Ooh, I do like +1 range. That's going to combine very well with his battle dance thing. Yeah, definitely long reach. He's got big arms and a big sword. Ullus bonds with the earth and summons from seedling and silt a wondrous tree that pins surrounding enemies. That's kind of cool. Gives adjacent allies +1 bonus damage. Kind of want to do the tree thing. Let's figure out this tree thing. Killing an enemy will refund an action point up to 3 times per turn. I think base Thornfang requires you to kill the enemy from behind, right? Nope, it's just any melee kill. I'm assuming her arm doesn't count, though. We could give her heroism. We could give her fox flight. I actually really like that. Sorry I couldn't have been more help. I don't fight quite like I used to. That's alright. We'll take whatever help we can get. Yeah, it could have gone worse, you know? It barged in here and tried to hide behind the furnace. I'm a little sad that it got murked before we could make friends with it. Because I very much want that thing in my party. Why would they go after their own kind like that? They wouldn't. There's something different about this one. I want to keep it around and see if I can compare it to the other Morthagi. Maybe I'll put it where the door knocker shelf used to be. You think you can help me drag... Yeah, sure. And, listen, we appreciate all you've done so far, but I have to ask, are those deepest tattoos? Oh, it's embarrassing, actually. I went through one of their initiation rituals years ago. They made some intriguing claims about life extension, and I was into that sort of thing. But the promises didn't pan out. And they ended up being pretty unpleasant characters. You know, cults come and go, but tattoos are forever. Teach your kids that one. Okay, so did we recruit that dude? Like, is he a member of the squad full time now? Also, that went even faster than I was expecting it to. So we've earned ourselves another 9 years of peace. Seems to be a pretty standard pace. Cool. Minus armor on 2 enemies. Absolutely great news. During the years of peace, Ullus and Galadglin were stopped by a passing woman, a former resident of the abandoned village in Ardzod's Briskfen, where the Great One once feasted. She said their intervention, bloody though it had been, saved countless lives. Galadglin would long ponder the implications of preserving many by excising a few. Sinetta was visited once by a man cloaked in ivy. The spirit lay out 3 futures for Sinetta to pick from. After much negotiation, one was finally picked. And I love that they don't tell us what that is. Like, that's such a cool little ambiguous bit of story. Galadglin and Sinetta enjoyed talking about the old days over a campfire. Galadglin would sometimes try to recapture their reminiscence in verse, but had trouble coming up with rhymes for Thrixl. Each day, Zinmir swept the path and trimmed back the weeds. Ullus couldn't help but ask, why the diligence? We keep the chaos at bay however we can. We're people. It's what we're born to do. Okay. This is me not arguing with the video game. During the years of peace, do I want to advance Sinetta's transformation? So she'll lose 5 block, but she'll gain Thunder Stomp. Once per turn as a swift action, stomp the ground with a small chance to stun enemies within range, increasing with stunt chance. And a bonus, Bonus to range if both legs have transformed. You know what? Yes. I think that that's very interesting, that idea. Okay, so we got all these materials. A pick is considered to be a crummy axe. I do like the idea of one-handed axe and shield. Your main non-damage fighter just runs up and shreds armor so that the damaged people can do damage. We're short a couple of ingots. Let's build this. We're gonna build you a nice one-handed axe. And then, like, what else do I want from there? You have this crossbow, and that's fine. Honestly, I don't know that upgrade doesn't seem all that good. And I think we're going to end up using her arm a lot anyway. So maybe we want 10 extra dodge? We could go all the way up. I'm gonna give her all of the dodge. Not actually like very noticeably different from her last gear. And then we really don't have a lot of legacy points left. We could afford to do this though. 1 extra spell damage, 1 extra stunt damage. You know, if it gave stunt chance, I'd be more inclined. I don't think I actually do want to bother with it even. So we could generate some warding, a torch that lets you start fires, a net that lets you throw a net on people, a couple of different kinds of shields. Okay, no kind of like caster offhand that you carry around and then it buffs your spells or anything. And we are completely out of metal, which is going to make it kind of hard to build anything. Yeah, you know, I think this is probably where we call it. We're fine with these upgrades. Kralvir, you're back. I was so worried. When you wrote about that horrible immortal mechanical nonsense, I was afraid you'd lost your mind. That's kind, supportive. Nonsense? I'm completely serious. Why are you making that face? There's a plague out there. I'm telling you, I've found a way for us to bypass death. And you're making that face. You can't bypass death. What you're talking about, that's something else. Something unnatural. Abominable. Well, okay, again, judgmental. The Morthagi have always been tools. We've used them to achieve countless other things. So why not this? I do think it's a compelling question. Ullus had visited Grimar a few times. They picked apart Morthagi elbows and made up stories about the ancient mortificers over jugs of wine. They dug into the body of the strange Morthagi as well, but Grimar remained puzzled as to how it worked. So when Ullus received an urgent invitation to the forge, she set off immediately. Thank you. Listen. I have very important, potentially dangerous information. And I knew I had to share it with you. You might even say I'm honored to be the person that you'd come to. First. Hey, Ullus, about time. We've been waiting for you. Look, I'd start with pleasantries, but there's nothing pleasant about this. A wave of Morthagi has been moving across the countryside. A little further out, closer to Summerferry, but causing just as much destruction. Based on the way they're spreading, it seems like they originated in Ravenwild. I've had some amazing cheeses from there. Sonetta, maybe not the moment for that. Well, if we weren't motivated by duty or glory before, now we can add cheese to the list. There were almost certainly some of the old Mortificers' workshops there, and I wouldn't be surprised if Mortificers are still around. Well, no, but their workshops are, and some Morthagi can manufacture more of themselves without a person overseeing the process. So, Bat's bounty sets out again. Try not to sound so excited about it. I'm finishing up a better weapon, but I'll try to meet you at Garden Forge. I had a feeling this would happen. Did you, though? Did you really? Because it seems like you could have warned us. Any insights? No. It's standard in some ways, but then the core of it is bizarre. Something complicated is going on here, but I can't figure out exactly what. Huh. Either that or he's just not telling us something, which I think is increasingly likely given this panel. Excuse me. You have the body of my friend in there. You've kept it in decent condition. I appreciate that. Don't panic. Look how cool he is. Think of what a cool friend he would be. Apologies. This must be strange. No, not at all. I mean, it is, okay, it is strange. But I have many questions for you. Okay, all monster groups will draw an extra card in every battle. I want so badly for this to end with us teaming up with a bunch of scary Morthagi. That seems like 1000% the ideal outcome. And it turns out all these passes we built over here aren't going to matter at all, because this area is all impassable, and this is just like safe backfield. Well, listen, I suppose it's a good kind of problem to have. Oh no, too much of my territory is safe. I wasted time building up all that mobility. Anyway, I think this is going to have to be where I call it for today. Sorry for the shorter episode, but when you come back next time, tomorrow, we will be spending a full whole actual hour clearing Morthagi sites, finding the source of the Morthagi, and then, hopefully, fingers crossed, making friends with them. And we'll see you then.